Modern Storage Unpacked. Let's go.
Hey guys, welcome back to Modern Storage Unpacked, the podcast where we make space for what matters. I'm Hannah, your host, and today we're unpacking the ultimate showdown, your garage versus a storage unit. Be honest, when was the last time you parked your car in your garage? If you're stepping over boxes, dodging old exercise equipment, navigating a maze of holiday decorations just to get to the door, congrats. You've officially lived in storage jungle.
And I'm Kaylee. And yeah, I think we've all been there. But today we're going to be putting your garage and a storage unit head to head in a battle of the best storage solutions. Which one wins in terms of space, security, convenience, and cost? Let's find out.
Yeah, and if you've ever shoved something into your garage and thought, I'll just deal with it later, I think we all have. This episode is for you. We're breaking down the pros and the cons of using your garage as a storage versus just getting a storage unit. By the end of this episode, you'll either be reorganizing your garage or heading straight to a modern storage near you.
Well, whether you're team garage or your team storage unit, we've got you covered. Today, we'll be discussing everything from organization to security, and we'll be giving you all the details you need to decide what's best for your items. From garage horror stories to surprising facts about self-storage, we've got a packed episode today, so let's unpack it.
All right, well, let's talk about the biggest issue. Space.
Yes.
Your garage is supposed to be for your car, but let's be real, most people do use it for like a catch-all for everything but their car.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy to just toss things in there. And I mean, once you've got a few random boxes, bags, or tools in there, it's just a downward spiral. But studies show that 25% of people can't even park in their garages because of the clutter. That's wild, right?
Yeah, I'm one of the 25.
I mean, a garage literally is meant to store cars.
Yeah, and it gets worse. Have you ever opened your garage door and the first thing that happens is something falls out on top of you? You know, like the stack of boxes you thought you could just organize later, and boom, it's all over you.
Yes, and that's the moment you realize, okay, I'm in trouble now. The garage has officially turned into an obstacle course.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, the crazy thing is you still have that sinking feeling every time you go in there thinking, you know, one day I will get all this sorted out. But let's face it, it never comes. That day never comes.
No, it's always one day more.
Next weekend.
Right. So with that in mind, what does a storage unit have going for in its department? I mean, what makes it different from a garage?
Well, for starters, a storage unit is actually designed for organization. You get shelves, bins, racks, and enough space to actually walk into. Plus, units come in different sizes, so you're not just cramming everything into a space meant for a car. You get to choose what's best for you, whether you need a small 5x5 or a larger 10x20.
Yeah, a storage unit is like an actual storage solution. You have room for everything, your seasonal stuff, holiday decorations, furniture, and extra inventory, especially if you're a business owner. You can easily stack things and you don't have to worry about it accidentally blocking your access to the most used items.
Right. And if you think about it, when you walk into a storage unit, it's almost like a blank canvas. You can use shelves, stackable bins, even buy some organizational tools to make everything have its own place, you know? It's so much easier just to keep things tidy and accessible.
Yeah, so unlike a garage, which can get cluttered really quickly, a storage unit is there specifically for this purpose. You're not dealing with other distractions that come with the garage, like the tools you use to fix your car or half of the DIY finished projects.
Oh my goodness. I think we all have attempted some DIY projects and gave up on them.
Yes, majority of all of them.
And one thing I always tell people is you can start small. If you only have a few things to store, don't go for the largest unit right away. Modern Storage offers tools like our size guide online.
Yep.
Online calculators, which helps you visualize how much space you'll need so you won't be wasting money on oversized units either.
And right. I mean, it's a great way to save some cash and still get everything organized. You can always adjust the size if you need a space down the road. But when you think about it, how much would it really cost to rent a small, neat storage unit versus dealing with the headache of a garage that feels like a constant mess. I don't even want to go out into the garage because of the amount of items I would have to be stepping over.
Yeah, I feel you. It's like walking over Legos. Plus, the storage unit gives you so much more than just peace of mind. You won't be tripping over stuff and wondering if that box you need is hiding in the back or corner under everything else, you know?
Gosh. And so if your garage looks more like a storage jungle than a place to park, it might be time to consider a storage unit. It is a simple way to get organized and reclaim the space that you're really missing out on.
Absolutely. And here's a pro tip. If your garage looks like a scene from Hoarders,
Ooh.
you can't find what you're looking for without pulling half of your stuff out, a storage unit is the intervention you may need. It can totally change your home and life. Seriously.
Totally. And it's a lot more affordable and convenient than people might think. Plus, you can always access the stuff whenever you need it without having to move a mountain of clutter just to get something.
Yep, that's the key. Whether you're storing old furniture, files, or just needing to declutter, having a dedicated space that's designed for storage is a total game changer. If you've got too much stuff in your garage that's just not getting used, it's definitely time to consider making a switch to a storage unit.
Exactly. So next time you're looking at your garage and thinking, ugh, what a mess. Remember that there's a better way, and a storage unit is an easy way to take control and to get your space back.
Yeah, I like it.
So let's talk about something sneaky, weather damage. You might think your garage is safe, but that's not always the case, right, Hannah?
Yeah, especially if you live in a place with extreme temperature changes. Your garage can be like 20, 30 degrees hotter or colder than it is outside. So your stuff is basically living in an oven in the summer and a freezer in the winter. So.
Oh my gosh. So, and I mean, gosh, don't even get me started on humidity, leaks, and flooding. I mean, garages aren't exactly waterproof, and storms can turn your garage into a swimming pool without warning.
Right? And you can't leave out pests too. Garages are like a 5-star hotels for spiders, mice, and who knows what else. I've had my fair share of unexpected roommates. They are living the good life.
And see, that's the worst. I've found everything from webs to like little creatures in my garage. I mean, you never know what's lurking. It's unsettling, and it's not even considering the damage that they cause to your belongings. Opening up a box and sitting right on top, little small brown pellets. Don't even want to dig anymore.
Or getting into your like winter boots and you don't do the shake first.
Oh,
who doesn't do the shake?
Always do the shake. You got to shake them out.
My biggest fear is a black widow and all of its babies would be living in there. So.
Oh yes, and when you go to try to step on it, it just
they just like spread out everywhere.
Oh,
yeah.
a nightmare waiting to happen.
Yeah, and I've also seen people store delicate furniture, family heirlooms, and even electronics in their garage, thinking they're like safe from all the elements.
Yeah,
but that is not true. Extreme temperatures can warp wood, melt plastic, and literally fry electronics. So if they get too hot. And in the winter, freezing temperatures can also cause materials to crack and break. So I would not store my TV in there. I mean, some people like to use it as like a man cave, things like that, and like have their TV up, but you might be getting a new TV about once a year.
Yeah, and I don't think people think about the humidity that is let in, especially here in the South. If you live in a place that is prone to wet conditions, your garage can become a breeding ground for mold. Even if there's a small leak, that moisture can creep in.
Yeah.
I mean, it starts causing damages to things like photographs, documents, the furniture. And I mean, your man cave will literally become a cave that nobody will want to go into.
That is a really good point. Humidity can be a silent destroyer, to say the least. I know I hate it. But the thing is, when it comes to a storage unit, you're avoiding a lot of these issues. A climate-controlled storage unit is designed to handle the extreme temperature changes. It keeps things at a constant temperature and humidity level, so your items are protected during those times. So.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And I mean, a climate-controlled unit prevents things like warping, melting, and mold. Plus, these units are equipped with sealed doors, insulation, and proper ventilation to keep out pests, dust, and even those surprise floods from those downpours that we occasionally get.
Yeah. And if you've ever had the joy of dealing with a leaky garage or water damage after a storm, you know how frustrating and costly it can be. Storage units are really built to keep your belongings safe from the elements no matter what kind of weather you're facing. So
Definitely. And I mean, the thing is you don't have to worry about the unexpected either. Garages can sometimes seem safe until one storm or an unexpected leak turns everything upside down. And one reference that I love is from Friends whenever the garage come and leaks to his Porsche and he uses his daughter's sentimental baby boxes to just direct the water away from his Porsche. And I mean, with a storage unit, had he have put those items in a storage unit, you know exactly what you're getting. Protection against all kinds of weather and a peace of mind that your belongings will still be there when you want to revisit them.
Absolutely. And it's also not just about weather. Think about pests. We've all had those moments where you open the garage door and get hit by a surprise insect or maybe a rodent situation. I don't know. But with the storage unit, you don't have to deal with that either. The facility takes care of pest control as part of their standard maintenance. It's all included in your rent. So
yes, and I've had to deal with so many pests in my garage. It's like seeing your garage as like a personal vacation home.
yeah.
But with a storage unit, I mean, you don't have to worry about that. They take care of keeping the place clean and secure. One less thing I have to do.
Exactly. And it's just one less thing to stress about, whether it's extreme temperature changes, humidity, pests, or even water damage from a storm. A storage unit is designed to provide that extra layer of protection. So.
Well, here's a pro tip. If you wouldn't store it in your car for a year, then it probably shouldn't be sitting in your garage. I mean, think about how many items would fare in that kind of environment, exposed to heat, cold, and moisture.
Yeah, that's a good point. If it's too delicate for the unpredictable conditions of your garage, it's definitely probably time to consider moving it over into a climate-controlled storage unit. You can avoid worrying about the weather doing whatever it's doing to all your valuables.
So if you've been storing precious items like electronics, antiques, or even that really important paperwork in your garage, it might be time to reconsider. Make the move over to a storage unit and give your items the protection that they really do deserve.
Yeah, absolutely. Weather-related damage can be a huge headache, but having a storage unit, it does give like an extra layer of protection against those things, just more of a secure way to protect your belongings from unpredictable forces of nature.
Oh, yeah. And let's not forget the peace of mind of knowing that your items are going to be safe from that extreme heat or freezing cold, humidity, pests. It's worth its weight in gold. I mean, so next time you're thinking about where to store your valuable items, remember you do have options, not just your convenient garage that's right out there.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about security. If someone wants to break into your garage, all they really do need is a coat hanger and a YouTube video. So seriously, go look it up. It's terrifying. You can look up a YouTube tutorial about how to break into a garage.
I mean, YouTube School can teach you anything. So I'm not surprised.
Or ChatGPT.
Oh, yes. So, I mean, not to mention an attached garage, I mean, it means easy access to your home.
Yeah.
Imagine if someone gets in and it's not just your holiday decorations at risk. It's your whole entire house.
Yeah, it's really, really scary and a pretty big issue. But with a storage unit, you do get a lot more security, I would say, with that.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, for Modern Storage, they provide the 24/7 security cameras, gated access with, the unique code entries for each individual and premium locks. None of that stuff can be cheap, and you definitely want to make sure your items are protected.
Yeah, absolutely. And here's a pro tip. Would you leave a stack of cash in your unlocked garage? If not, maybe your valuable shouldn't be there either.
Let's think about it. With the storage unit, they have to get through a secure entry system. Plus, they've got constant monitoring. The chances of someone just walking in unnoticed are pretty slim.
Absolutely. And that peace of mind can really be priceless whenever you have something so important stored away like a family heirloom, expensive tools. Knowing it's under constant surveillance makes a big difference.
And what is the best part? You don't have to worry about a neighbor's loose dog or that random guy who thinks your garage is an easy, quick escape route.
Oh gosh.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like night and day when you think about it. Like security wise, storage units just take it to the next level for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, not to mention storage facilities often have features like motion detect lights, alarm systems that garages typically lack. It's almost like a mini fortress for your stuff at a storage facility.
Yeah, absolutely. And also you can't forget about the digital side of things too. I know all modern storage facilities have software systems that track who enters and leaves the gate at like what time, what day, everything. So they have a record of anybody who is there at any given time. So
definitely. So if you're thinking about storing valuable items, a secure storage unit, I mean, it's the way to go. Like protect your stuff. Have a good peace of mind.
Oh, 100%. Keep your treasures safe and sound. Don't make it easy for burglars. It's not worth the risk.
I mean, think about this. A secure unit can save you a lot of headaches down the road. You don't have to worry for break-ins to happen, and you're not just waiting around for them to happen. You're going to be acting before they happen. So let's dive in to the cost of this whole thing.
Okay.
Storing your stuff in a garage, it's free, right?
Totally.
But is it really?
Well, it's not as free as it seems if you do truly think about it. Your garage is a cluttered mess. It can hurt your home's curb appeal. You might think that it doesn't matter, but it could affect how maybe some potential buyers view your house if you're ever selling. So,
I mean, plus parking outside because you can't fit your car in your garage can be a major hassle. Over time, the exposure to the elements can really damage your car. And think about the paint fading. I mean, the rust, the general wear and tear. I mean, that costs you in the long run, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And it doesn't really stop there, too. If certain items you have stored in your garage are exposed to the temperature, as we were talking about, the fluctuations, humidity, it can cause damage to those. So they might not last as long, and you could be spending more to just replace them later, too. So,
I mean, that's a good point. I mean, but with the storage unit, you only pay for the space that you actually need. So you're paying for peace of mind. No worrying about your items getting damaged by the weather or anything else. Plus, a storage unit keeps things organized and secure. You're not tripping over boxes every time you walk into your garage.
Yeah, absolutely. And with Modern Storage, you get some really great perks as well that you wouldn't really get in your garage. For instance, they do offer free moving trucks for new move-ins. No extra cost for that. You just drive it, load it, and get everything in your unit without worrying about anything else but movers.
Oh, see, you can't beat a free moving truck.
Yeah.
I mean, also, I know with Modern Storage, you get package acceptance, which is a huge benefit if you're running a small business or if you're like me and order a lot of things online that you don't want necessarily coming to your home. So your packages are safely stored for you until you can come pick them up.
Yeah, I know Amazon hates me.
Yes.
He shows up every day. But it is really convenient, though. And if you're running a business, just like you said, they even have more business amenities like workspaces, mail services, which could save you from running extra office space or having to organize everything in your home. I mean, if you think about just the extra little office, plus all locations have Starbucks machines also for free for tenants to use. That's like $7 a cup that you're saving right there. Think of storage unit as like car insurance for your belongings, right? A small investment that saves you big when you need it the most, whether it's protecting valuable items or just getting your life organized. In my opinion, it's worth it. So.
Oh, totally. And I mean, honestly, when you factor in the peace of mind, convenience, a storage unit isn't just about the cost. It's about what you're getting in return. And I mean, you're getting more space, better protection, and way less stress.
You might pay a small monthly fee for a storage unit, but if you think about the long-term savings, no more replacing things that were ruined by the elements or worrying about space at home. Plus, you're getting a lot more than just, a storage unit.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing. Storage units are an investment. It's not just an expense. They help keep your things in good condition, save you time, and improve the functionality of your home. I mean, in the end, it's well worth it.
And let's not forget about convenience, too. With your garage, you have to make sure everything fits and it gets crowded really fast. A storage unit gives you flexibility to scale up or down depending on your needs. So,
And I mean, there's no pressure to get everything organized like immediately. Just rent the space, and whenever you're ready, you can start moving in things in slowly. It's way more relaxed.
yeah, and it can really be a game changer for people who need extra space but just don't have the room or time to organize everything at home. So, no more sacrificing comfort or parking for storage.
Oh, yeah. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, a storage unit gives you more than just space. It offers an affordable way to protect your belongings and keep your home neat and safe and save you from future headaches.
Yeah, I agree. So, what do you think the verdict is? Who wins? Is it garage? Is it storage unit? Let's break it down and help people decide what is best for their needs.
Okay, so let's start with the garage. There are definitely situations where a garage is a better choice, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you need frequent, maybe daily access to your stuff, like just it being right there, not like driving to a facility, then I could see, yeah, the garage would win in that instance. It's right there, easy to get to, no need to drive somewhere just to grab the bike or pull out your tools.
I mean, that's true. And if your garage is clean, dry, and well organized, I mean, it can work as a solid storage space. I mean, a lot of people have a really well-maintained garage where they can store their things without worrying about damage or cluttered. I know the TikTok organization, they have garages that are immaculate, beautiful organization skills that they have for the garages.
They should come to my house. Yeah, I mean, if you're someone who doesn't mind a little dust or is able to keep everything in order, the garage can be a functional option. But what about when it's not the best choice?
Well, that's where a storage unit can shine. I mean, if you need that long-term protection from weather, pests, or theft, I mean, a storage unit is built for that. It's so much more than secure than a garage.
Yeah, I mean, the garage doesn't offer any protection from extreme temperatures or humidity or pest. If you got valuables or sensitive items, it could easily get damaged, right? A storage unit keeps everything safe and sound with climate-controlled options and 24/7 surveillance.
Oh, yes. Plus the security at a storage facility. I mean, it's next level. You've got gated access, unique entry codes, a security camera everywhere. I mean, you won't get that level of protection in just your average garage.
Yeah, and also with organization, I mean, storage units are designed for that. They're designed to help you keep all of your things organized. You can rent out the right amount of space that you need, have everything neatly stored with no risk of getting, your card buried under piles of boxes or clothes.
Yeah, I mean, and speaking of the car, choosing a storage unit that would actually mean that you could get your garage back for its intended purpose, parking your car inside of it. I mean, how many of us have used our garages as storage and then park our cars outside? It's a hassle.
Yeah, it can be really frustrating, but with a storage unit, your garage can go back to being what it is meant for, keeping your car safe and protected from the elements.
So to sum up, choosing the garage if you need easy, frequent access to things, and if your garage is in good shape. But if you want better security for your items or a more organized space, a storage unit is the way to go.
Yeah, it really all just depends on, I would say, your needs and how much protection and space you want or require for your stuff. At the end of the day, it's really just what is best and works for your lifestyle.
Well said, Hannah. I mean, choose wisely and keep your stuff organized, whether it's in your garage, your storage unit, your mind.
Yeah. Well, if you're ready to clear out your garage and make space for what matters, check out Modern Storage. Visit our website or stop by one of our locations today. And next time on Modern Storage Unpacked, we are unpacking the world of students and storage. Yeah, it's a pretty big topic, I would say, because whether you're moving into a dorm, juggling off-season gear, or just trying to make sense of the tiny apartment or dorm, storage can make all the difference. So thank you for tuning in. Until next time, keep your space organized and your mind clutter-free. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
That's a wrap for this episode of Modern Storage Unpacked. Thanks for listening. Be sure to subscribe and check out modernstorage.com for more ways to stay ahead in the storage industry. See you next time.